And the stream is live.
Google.
No, my name is Hal.
Google.
Hal Rotenberg.
Did you watch Silicon Valley this week?
No, I didn't. I'm not up on the show. I know the show, but I have not watched it.
It's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it. It's totally worth it.
Well, I said this on Facebook the other day, but the it was like I don't want to know my coworkers that well. It's like a show about my coworkers. It's just kind of funny.
It's good because it's awesome because this particular episode, these guys got this little company. They get some funding. They hire the CEO who says he's not gonna mess up the product.
Yep.
Little do they know that he has defined the product as the stock price and not the product at which they thought they were building, right? So they bring in a sales team, right?
Okay.
Sales team gets in a conference room with the CTO. CTO's going through the plan with them. And all of them are introducing themselves as like, "Hey, I'm Chet from Northeast Majors," right? They say their names. Yeah, Jan. And then this woman who's like a strong woman, she's like, Jan the man, inside sales. But the CTO basically has this presentation on what the product is going to be, and then after the sales team gets at it, it ends up as some crappy little storage box in the back of a data center, and it's like, the field drives the product, and sometimes that isn't so good. So, hey, it's Clint.
Hey, can you hear me?
Team Bose.
Team Bose.
All
right, let's get out all these things and get this thing on this thing. And
are you in the Mercury room?
Yep, I'm in Mercury, and we.
Don't forget to add your lower third, because otherwise people won't know who you are.
Dude,
I'm getting there, man.
It's so tempting to actually record you guys with the helium voice.
Okay, were you screwing with it the whole time last time or not? I never went back and tested that.
What are you talking about?
Jeez.
No, you were the helium voice. I wasn't messing with it all. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. No, I think that was actually as a result of your Zoom, Hal.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was your Zoom.
You guys are not my friends anymore.
All right, let's see here. I'm trying to figure out a way.
All right, I got to go into Slack.
Let's see. Tell me if you get feedback.
Feedback of?
Coming from a product manager.
All right.
Yes.
Are we getting any echo at all?
Wild is awesome. Yes. And I like hearing that twice.
We are? Okay.
We are.
All right, hold on.
Looks like Ninja updated its version of Chrome. How would you know? I don't know.
Mm.
Okay, how about now?
Beats by Shroot. That's awesome.
Can you hear me still?
Yes.
We can hear you, so the question is, do you hear us twice?
I don't hear you twice. Do you hear yourself twice? That's the important question.
Do you hear us as twice? Okay.
If you don't, then we're good.
It sounds okay.
Okay.
Why are you hunching? What are you hunching?
I heard a little bit of Hal.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this
talking.
over
No.
a little bit here. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to make it to where people in the room can hear what you guys are saying.
What's up? What's up, roomies?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What?
I have an easy button. Hold on. Let's see.
Make sure your microphone is kind of set for unidirectional.
Yeah. In theory, this will all work, and you won't hear yourselves. But
dude, in theory, I have a complete audio mixing system that's supposed to work. None of it does.
Yeah, send us the SplunkTalk song, dude. Where's that at?
I don't know. You probably won't hear it.
Let's get black. I need to.
You don't hear that, do you?
No. Although you know what, just play it on your phone through your phone. Because we can't start until we have the song.
Yeah. Okay. Let me grab another computer. Go to do a hangout for just the freaking song.
No. Like play it on your phone.
Yeah.
Into your microphone.
That's kind of ghetto.
It's so ghetto.
It is.
It's so ghetto.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Okay. Or yeah, we could do this. Let me try this. Does that work?
Yeah, it's tiny. That's not loud enough.
Louder, right?
Yeah.
You're saying I'm tiny. Okay. Why would you do that? All right.
Where did Clint go? We lost Clint.
Did he get up to talk to various other folks?
I don't know, but he hung up. He is no longer in the stream.
Oh, he's here. He's back.
Okay,
Coming
I'm
back. What's
I just wanted
browsers?
I was swapping browsers.
I see that now.
Whoa.
It's okay.
I'm chopping broccoli. Pre-show jingle. Applause. Pre-show jingle. Don't record over that. No. Oh, hold on. A chat message. One last thing.
What if I turn this off? I don't want it to show up. There we go. Yeah, that works out. And then I scoot this over. There we go. There we go. And then, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna move Slack so I could actually see the chat. That would be smart. Maybe even set my D&D so that I'm not. That's smart too.
All right, we getting started? Is Easy actually going to come by?
He said he has another meeting, but he might.
You're
come
dazed
by.
and I'm confused. That's cute, Hal.
Yeah, you like that?
All right.
Did you understand that reference?
I did. I expected this to work though. And
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I'm blaming it on Chrome and Hangouts, but that's what we're using, so I can only blame it so much. Yeah, just send the survey. F him. Yeah, I said that. Okay, I'm going off of HipChat. All right.
HipChat for losers.
Hal,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have the SplunkTalk song. Oh wait, maybe I do. Hold on, on my phone.
You gotta have it somewhere.
No, it's on my computer.
Gotta have
Second.
cowbell.
Hold on.
Gotta have more cowbell.
More cowbell. All right. Splunk Talk.
Does it help you go faster if we just harass you endlessly?
Hold on.
Like, you got to have it, right? I mean, like, you got to have it somewhere.
Whoa, that's a totally. Wow, look at this.
Work on that.
That's a different theme. No, it is.
A different one?
Hold on, listen to this. Wow, I forgot Maverick recorded that. Pretty good. Hold on. Oh, hang on a second. I got a solution.
Are you going to get it started or what? What the hell, man?
Wait a second.
Oh, hi, I'm Russ, and I have this giant googly eye on my laptop looking at clear. Hi, I'm Chris.
It's Russell.
That was Russ. I push the button?
Push it.
Oh, yeah.
was easy.
Hi, I'm Laura. I write docs. Woo!
We've got a few people watching, so, you know, nice that they stopped by. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, I got a Bose speaker. We can make this work. All right.
Are we really doing it this way?
Well, you know what? Well, we actually got to get this going. So
Let's just get it going. Let's go. I only got an hour, so
we don't even need an hour.
Okay.
It's going to be a 7-minute podcast. So
this would be better with beer, although 11 a.m. is a little early.
beer, lemonade.
But you guys are all further east, so we can't do it at a proper time.
I'm also getting on an airplane in a couple hours. So
Where you headed, dude?
I'll see you tomorrow.
yes, you will.
You going to
I land
SF?
at like 9:30 or. No,
My
Seattle.
flight leaves at 5:30 in the morning, so got that going for me.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah, that's when I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm headed to Cupertino. Exciting.
Cool. We will all be elsewhere. Are we ready to go? Are we starting yet?
10 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a haircut just for this podcast.
You did, dude. You're looking pretty official.
That's right.
Look at
It's
that.
like I'm like a proper corporate citizen again with the
Wow.
with a corporate
Next up, a V-neck T-shirt. We'll work on that.
I think I accidentally locked you, Clint, as the presenter. How do I undo that? Stop presenting. There we go. Yes, because you know what happens is whoever is speaking, Google will give you the camera. But when people walked through behind you, I wanted to make sure that if me or Wild spoke, that it wouldn't take the camera from you.
Ah, I see.
So
It's all very-
that's a thing that I can do.
It's pretty awesome.
Something like that. I think I can also manually. Yeah, I can manually switch too. But I don't want to manually switch. I want it to.
Got the sound.
I thought you had a
link
Bose speaker solution.
Chill. Dude, there's Bluetooth. That's getting in the way of me. All right, we're gone. We're connecting. Mini sound link. There we go.
Okay, hold on.
All right, we got
the
it.
Sound.
Ooh.
We may have it, but I don't have the video is not switching like it's supposed to.
Oh, yes, this reminds me that.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
It's weird. That was very odd. Bose was cutting out its own sound. So I couldn't even hear it. That's great. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this song so you can hear, like, Maverick did a long version of the SplunkTalk theme. And then I said,
Okay.
dude, make it look shorter. But you might notice a few differences in this. So let's put that there. Here we go. Can you hear that?
Barely.
Really?
High five, but it's quiet.
It has a whole, like, chorus and shit. There we go. That's exciting. There we go. All right, so there's SplunkTalk. We're done with that.
All right.
That's good.
Now we can-
Eventually, we'll get this where it's really smooth. Am I too loud? Am I too loud?
No, you're good.
Okay, good. Thank you, Google. Welcome to this current episode of SplunkTalk. Today is Tuesday, May 3rd, 2016. And the
Episode
SplunkTalk
74, is it not?
Episode 74. I'm liking the number 74.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. There's something good about it.
Yeah.
There's something good about it. Okay. This is yours truly, Michael Wild, Splunk dude out of Austin, Texas. It's nice today. It's sunny today, and the light shining from San Francisco is a man named Clint Sharps. Say hi, Clint.
Hi.
Okay, that's... We want to actually... Can we redo that? Can we have a little bit of a... Hey, it's Clint Sharp. Now, I noticed, Clint... Don't worry, we'll get to you, Mr... Are you in Alpharetta?
No, Alpharetta is 26 miles from here.
Okay, that's the only non-Atlanta city that I know. So...
I'm in Woodstock, Georgia.
Woodstock. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
That's true.
Not at all. Clint, you are in a room. Are there others there?
There are. We have one full-time guest and other people stopping by.
Wow. Who's there?
Hi. I'm Laura.
Hello.
Documentarians.
This is Laura Stewart, one of the documentarians. If you could, the microphone's kind of directional, so
Is that a new party? The Documentarians?
yeah.
Is that your band name?
Clint's running a super PAC.
No problem.
Exactly, that's great.
I think they prefer units of half and whole head count though.
I see. I like it. Hal, how you doing? You're Hal Rotenberg.
Mm,
Someone pronounce
yes,
your name
I'm-
right. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Is that how
Just
you
you,
say it?
man. Oh,
Wow.
Yes.
Are
Yes,
you
Rotenberg.
of German descent, Hal?
I am. Yeah, my dad was born in Germany.
Shouldn't there be
adopted-
an umlaut over your O?
You know, I don't actually know what those extra
Rot-
things for.
Rottenberg.
I was just in Germany, in fact.
Oh yeah, you were, weren't you?
Yeah.
Was there anything of interest to share with the group?
You know, it's allergy season in Germany too.
Okay. So you didn't escape anything.
It was in fact a couple weeks delayed given the latitude, and so I got to experience allergy season all over again. It was awesome.
That's fantastic. I love it.
Fantastic.
I love it.
And
love
they still in case you wondered, they still have lots of sausage and lots of schnitzel, and you can have either one that you want.
What's schnitzel?
It's kind of like chicken fried steak, but not quite as good.
Chicken fried schnitzel. I like it. That's good.
Do you know why it's called chicken fried steak?
Because it's breaded with the
It's
same
like fried
stuff that
chicken.
fried chicken is, but it's steak. It's not really. I haven't seen actually too many chicken fried steaks. Usually it's some mashing of ground beef, like a chicken fried hamburger.
No. That's a cube steak, man, and that's a special.
right.
That's a special type of steak. I make cube steaks all the time. Love cube steaks.
Really?
Yeah.
I grew up
I've
on
not had
Cheap
it since I
meat,
moved
man.
out.
It's like a $10 meal. Like you come home, you get 2 cube steaks, you bread them, you throw them in the cast iron skillet.
Mhm.
You know, 5 minutes later, you're good to go.
Yeah, I grew up on that Salisbury steak and all that stuff in the 70s before we had a global supply chain. You could get Wagyu that was killed yesterday.
You remember they used to have all of these sort of Amway type product things that where they used to sell like boxed meals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my parents did that.
Yeah.
Total
Yeah.
multi-level marketing thing. Totally got hosed.
Yeah, Shackley. Yeah. Yeah. It's,
So when I was a kid, my den was like literally stacked floor to ceiling with like boxed meals. And what was funny is I always wanted to try one. They never let me try one. I think I was like 8 or something, and they never let me try them, and because that was basically like eating up their money. So
yeah, that was it. You can't eat the inventory, bro.
it's like, no, that's for sale. You can't eat that. All I wanted was the Salisbury steak, man.
They actually don't at Splunk. They don't let us use the product before it's sold. We're not allowed to eat the inventory. So we just hope that, whatever you guys are doing, it works. So, if we use it, it takes
we don't
away.
even test it. We just put it right out on the internet.
Nightlies.
That's right.
Okay. Awesome.
Speaking of putting things right out on the internet, I did title this episode as Release Party, and there was a reason for that was that 6.4 shipped, and well, this podcast episode was delayed a little bit. We wanted it to be a little closer. That was easy. So we could talk about Splunk.
We should talk about Splunk. That's good.
It is called SplunkTalk.
Yeah, but we work at Splunk.
Hey,
Ergo,
expectations
anything we
lowered
say
with
is
Let's just
talk.
skip the 6.4 release and talk about Docker some more.
Yeah. Well, we got to bait.
that
We
like
got to.
3 episodes in a row.
Let's ease our way into that, man. Ease our way into that. Now we are. There is some good stuff coming. And folks on the other end of the line, or if you're listening on the podcast recorded, it would be really interesting to hear from you on anything that you are thinking about doing with Docker, maybe with Splunk, because we will have some official stuff out soon. But then shortly after that, we'll all have to figure out, should we deploy Docker, Splunk in Docker? What will a deployment look like? How should we recommend that you do it? Because, but we kind of need some help and some feedback. So, so that we're not the only ones trying this. You're there, you're a user. So, anyways, 6.4.
Well, we need to set up something so that people could actually provide feedback to us in some sort of meaningful fashion. Maybe next time.
Twitter
would work.
Facebook will work.
SplunkTalk.
Yeah,
I love the Twitters.
Yeah.
I like it when people Twitter at me.
Do you really?
Tweet. We talked about this.
Yeah, I like it. Makes me feel like wanted and needed.
Yeah. That's a problem. We can get past that, man. Okay. Hey, I have a mirrorless question later on. I'm going to ask you potentially after this call. So.
Let's talk about cameras.
All right. Yeah. Well, Clint is a freaking fantastic photographer, and I'm not joking about that. But anyways, it's not a bad idea to talk about 6.4 because I'm going to guess that the customers / users that are on the other end of our voices, one, might not even know it's out. Two, probably aren't on it in production. Maybe you're on 5.0.
They should
And
play with it though.
and might consider playing with it. Yeah.
Please upgrade.
Yeah.
If you're on 5.0, upgrade now. Stop listening to this podcast.
Press pause.
Stop everything that you're doing and move off of 5.0.
Now our customers are actually rather aggressive in a wonderful way about upgrading.
They are.
Some.
They're. I mean, it is actually amazing for enterprise software how fast Splunk customers upgrade to the latest version. It's impressive.
Yeah, I don't think we're at, iPhone OS level, speed of upgrade, but it is nice to see people.
I run Chrome latest all the time.
Yeah, someone knows. Charlie apparently knows that I upgraded my version of Chrome. How is it? How do you know that? I don't know.
Waiting
Maybe
for
it says-
yeah. I usually
But yeah, waiting for 6.4.
not to disparage us, but yes, I generally agree as well. But wait for the .1.
So we have a chat room.
What's
I
with
want to
the
mention that it
.1?
exists for those who are listening to this recorded after the fact. And so it's Splunk-user groups is the
Mickey.
Slack team, and there's a room in there called SplunkTalk.
Splunk-usergroups.slack.com. Come sign up. Come hang out with us. We are, at least Hal and I are there regularly.
Yeah, Wild.
And then you
I'm
guys.
not sure Wild figured the chat thing out yet. He's
Nah,
kind of
dude. I just don't like having multiple chat clients. That's all. I dedicate all my attention
file
to
this through IRC. Like, so if you, I should share my screen, but like actually, interestingly enough, I appear not to be on IRC right at the moment. That is very unusual. Normally, I have oh wait, that's right, new laptop. I normally do everything through IRC because everything is best done through a shell client that was written, a decade
Agree.
ago.
Does it work with HipChat?
It does because HipChat is Jabber.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, it is.
I might have to unify through the TUI text user
There's
interface.
also a great open source product called Bittleby that you can use that allows you to sign in to all the. Remember the first iteration of chat, which was called, well, the first one was IRC, and then there were IM networks.
Mhm.
That basically do all the same thing as all these newfangled, hipster IRC for the web crap that we have today, like Slack. And HipChat and stuff.
Yeah.
Did somebody die?
Clint seemed to have had a little audio burp.
Well, that's awesome. I have a
That's
confession to make. I was actually a part of the Jabber Software Foundation, which turned into the XMPP Software Foundation, and
Do you have a
like
shirt?
had a hand in like writing protocol spec documents, and ran with like I was on an open source team for a Jabber client, and that was cool. That was cool stuff back in the day.
Yeah, I was never that cool. Nope.
No.
Nope. Didn't do any of that. I like how Clint is it appears that he is in a paused state.
It does. It does. I could kick him off.
Which is a complete,
Watch this. Check it out. Check it out.
You're going to kick him off?
I kicked him off.
Wow. I liked how he drifted off
Rejoin.
the screen. So what's badass about 6.4 though?
I like 6.4. My favorite thing is probably ModViz.
Yeah.
Moz, what is the official product name?
Custom visualizations.
Custom visualizations. So the concept of this here is that you are able to package visualizations for the first time. So you've been able to, with some of our web platform features and some fancy JavaScript and a little bit of HTML and CSS, take something cool that somebody did on the web or you did in-house and embed that within an app. on a dashboard or whatever. But
Sure.
the number of steps required was high. You had to have a lot of hacking, and it wasn't very portable. So you couldn't give this artifact that you made, this ability to visualize data in this certain way. You couldn't give it to your Splunk installation the same way that you can, the other customs, the other features built within the core platform. What ModViz does differently is that it lets you create a visualization, add some metadata, package that up as an app, and then it shows up right in line, right next to the bars and the single values and the pie chart in your picker when you're creating visualization.
Mm-hmm.
And there's any custom parameters or for that particular visualization, it's shown exactly right in their line with everything else. And there's some really cool stuff. If you want to learn more about that, probably the best way, other than the 6.4 release blog post, but if you go to Splunk Base, and you go to the bottom left, I think it's going to be.
If you just go to I clicked on categories and said view all, and then over on the left hand side there's an app contents thing. If you click visualizations,
you're the man. You'll
see a lot of them. Well, there's
15 now. There were 12 last time I checked. So
Kyle Smith of the chat room said he loaded 3 today, which is great. A lot of these are the crazy D3 ones that you've seen people use at presentations and could never imagine how you'd ever use them again, or use them in on your own, because you have to write JavaScript to do it. And to have folks be able to bang this stuff out is really nice. I'm a big fan of the tree map. You ever seen that one? Tree map it's a square one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a square with squares in it, and the size of the square and color is relevant to its.
Let me that time. I don't know. It was different. That link was the same one as I was pasting in. I don't know why.
You just interrupted.
Wow.
He was talking like in the middle of the sentence.
We had a modular input. Clint modular inputted in modularly. So we were talking about. Are you there, Clint? You're back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Wow. So peaceful for a while. See, we love you, and we love whoever else has walked into the room if no one else has.
I haven't seen anybody else for the last few minutes, but
just flag us down.
You have no liquor on your desk, so maybe if you had placed some bait, people in the Splunk office.
I have liquor on my desk. I just don't have liquor in this conference room.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's a nice conference room you got there. I can see outside. It would one day, Clint, behind you there will be like Good Morning America crowds at the window there, like wanting to get on the Splunk. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, wanting to be.
Oh yes, in other news like this, we've got a new building.
That's nice. Are you in it?
How far away is it?
Next door.
I know, that's awesome.
And I'm moving back. I'm not allowed to leave the building. I'm staying in this building. So 4 years later, I will be back in the place I was at 3 years ago. Second floor, north side. No, second floor, north side. So.
Oh, nice. Now you have the whole place to yourself while everyone else moves. They're leaving you back in the old building, and it's.
Yep, they are.
All the conference rooms are named Clint.
Yeah, hopefully not. I mean, I am a musician, but I'm not yet dead.
You're a musician?
I play guitar as well. I'm not like Maverick good, but I'm like a mediocre guitar player.
Ah, nice. You could play Third Eye Blind or something like that. Really. You probably play that all the time.
Everybody can play Third Eye Blind.
Yeah. Semi-charmed. Is there other stuff that we care about out of 6.4?
So what did you already say? Did I miss
we just started on
ModViz.
custom viz. Yeah.
Oh, ModViz. Okay, yeah. Flashy, sexy visualizations.
Oh, look at that.
Hey,
somebody.
My name's Johnny Utah.
How you doing?
I'm an FBI agent.
Go get yourself a meatball sandwich, Utah.
Hey, just call me Bodie.
Give me 2.
Call me Bodie. Okay. Who is that? For those on the call, who's that just came up there?
That is your friendly support representative, Derek.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you, Derek. We appreciate you. Support's a hard job, man.
Okay, it is.
Support is a hard job. So
Wow.
other features that I love about this release, so I like to highlight the features that are underappreciated, the ones that take offense
Here he
at
goes.
no one talking about them.
Min TSIDX, right?
Well, we talked about this on a but actually I was going to highlight event sampling, which I think is even cooler.
That's cool.
Most people, I think, will miss it it's more prominent in the search UI than other features we have done in the past, but event sampling's it's pretty sexy, man. So you can tell it to sample at like a 1 to 10, 1 to 100, 1 to 1,000 ratio, and if what you're looking for is, if you're looking for statistics which are not absolute, so not a count, not a sum, but you're looking for ordinal statistics, like you'll have a margin of error for whatever the sample rate is, right? If I
Average,
sample 1 out of
right?
1,000 events, just like, at the look, there's America's Choice on the it's CNN, so like they do samples and polls of the American population, and they say the error rate is X percent. Well, that's based off of, if they talk to 1,000 people and there's 20
More
million
than
in the
1,000
state,
people.
the error rate is blah, and we won't actually tell you what the error rate is, but you can calculate it if you wanted. So anyway, so averages,
Quick.
percentiles, medians, all those are excellent candidates for sampling.
And
freaking
I'm not sure if
fast.
we mentioned this before, but if you've not checked it out, check out the What's New app. So when we ship a new version of Splunk, how long have we been doing this? Since 6.0 at least. There's a What's New app.
We started at 6.0, yeah.
Those are that's so awesome. I mean, it shows you a little side by side of each of the features and kind of drill down examples, and it's cool stuff. I wanted to mention something new in the HTTP event collector because Charlie brought it up in the chat room.
Uh-oh.
So the event collector, it's not new. It shipped in 6.0, 6.1. But what's new in 6.4 is the ability to send raw data of any format. So now instead of having to make your data fit the schema of the event collector, which was a JSON blob in a certain format, now you can send whatever that data that you have is. So this is a great feature when you require when you have control of the data, pushing the data, and you need high bandwidth. So as far as for like network data, consumption into Splunk, it's like one of the best ways to do that.
Well, and if you don't have control over the format of the data, that's a pretty cool feature, right?
Right,
you can just
right.
send and blast JSON at it. You end up. I don't think I'm wrong about this. You still, at that point in time, have to configure timestamping and source typing and all of that stuff. If you throw in just random piles of JSON versus the previous version of the event collector, or at least the way we implemented it, allowed you to say, this is a timestamp, this is a source type, to kind of pre-bake everything in and then stick your event in. And if you're a developer, I think if you're a developer and writing just to Splunk, I would do that.
That's the way to go.
I
Yeah,
would
definitely.
pre-cook it so Splunk doesn't have to figure it out. And
Well, you can put your data instead of like if you're writing to a file, you would say, okay, how do I make this easy for Splunk to read? You would take it and put it in KV pairs, for example. But when you have the control of the format and you're using the event collector, use JSON, as JSON has object structure, so you can put your fields, in there using JSON notation. Then there's one thing that you have to customize is the header. So you have to put an authentication token in there in order to make allow Splunk to receive it. Otherwise, it'll drop that packet on the floor.
oh, that's not cool.
It's not cool at all.
I'm looking at the 6.4 what's new, and it says universal forwarder on Docker.
Yeah, that was that was a
that's right.
quality control slip up, I believe.
It's there.
That
It's
was
just
Patrick's fault. Let's blame Patrick.
Oh, it's there. It's just private. That's all.
Yeah, so we haven't
We're working
actually
on
done that yet.
Yeah. Oh, it's
I
less
was kidding.
less about quality
blaming
control,
Patrick
more
like
about working through all the things we need to work out. And but by DockerCon we should have some good stuff though.
Well,
We are gonna
pick
have some-
something better.
Come see us at DockerCon. We will be there.
Yeah.
In I don't know
Full
about
force?
necessarily like with bells on, but we'll be there for sure.
Not with bells on? I thought we were
I'll-
going to be in full
I can
force.
bring
Full
bells.
force, no bells. Okay.
Oh,
There'll be a-
okay. Well, I
yeah.
won't bring my bells in. That's fine. Whatever.
Are you going, Hal?
Anybody want to talk about TS IDX minification?
Nope.
No,
I
forum?
talked about it a couple of podcasts
Nope.
ago, but I'll mention it
yeah.
again.
No,
I'll mention it again. I think it is an incredibly important feature, because we would like you to keep that data online for as long as you would like to, and so we know from access patterns that people don't generally do needle in a haystack search on old data. So we allow you to minimize the index that you have and regain back, some cases 50+% of the storage space, in some cases even closer to 60, 70, 80%. And I think that's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, definitely. What about lit search? That one's hard to talk about. We made performance better.
Is
I
that
don't
in the release notes?
What, lit search?
Hold on, let me edit it real quick.
Yeah, edit the release notes really quickly so that we can talk about something accurately.
Well, I'm gonna edit the Docker thing though.
Yeah. So lit search expansion. Honestly, it's complicated, but we're getting smarter about the order in which we do expansions of event type and tag field aliases. So as you search for a tag and you match a set of field aliases, that then expands out to lots of different ORs for every field alias that you hit, and your lit search can get rather wide. So for people who are using a lot of enterprise security, this causes problems. We have changed the ordering around a bit to make that significantly more efficient. That's about, generally I know lots of level of detail about these things. That's about the order in which about the level at which I understand it. It was explained to me once or twice, but it wasn't relevant to my world, so I promptly forgot the rest of the details.
You did all right. You did all right, but it's
good.
basically if you have a bunch of TAs installed on your system, you don't have to have enterprise security, but it's particularly prone when you are running enterprise security. If you have a bunch of TAs with all these aliases and things, as you mentioned in tags, then basically that search that you typed, if you had a search that was literally like 20 characters, right? That search is going to be expanded out to 10,000 characters plus on the back end, and yeah, that's what we have avoided by changing that order around, like you said.
You know
How
what?
did I avoid all other Splunk lives? Carefully.
Casey.
Carefully avoided all other Splunk lives.
He was building ITSI. That's why.
Because my travel schedule for the last 3 years has been insane, and this year I would like to do less. That's what.
And that's why you're podcasting.
So,
check this
we
out.
have a PSA from Rachel. Hold on, I got to say this PSA from Rachel. If anyone listening refers to themselves as Dr. Potato, we need your real name for Slack. Just wanted that out there.
That's awesome.
Of course, it could be somebody totally random that has nothing to do whatsoever with this current event, in which case...
And now I'm going to end up Googling Dr. Potato.
Awkward.
Well, I just want you to know, we don't support anonymity here. That anonymity is evil. Maybe not,
Well, you can put
but
down whatever you want.
Unless, of course, you happen to be with the Idaho Potato Foundation. What's it called? Idaho Potato Commission. If you are with them and you are a customer,
And a doctor.
you can. There is a Dr. Potato on there. Okay. I was looking through this release note list, and it's something that I've wanted for a long time, like years. Way down on the bottom of the release note list, there was a whole bunch of stuff that was added to the latest cloud release. I don't think, did it get not in? It was past 6.3.
6.4 is the
Right.
unification release. So
It is, and there is a log event alert action. So you can create a log event as a result of an alert.
really,
Yes, that's freaking cool because you can write stuff to Splunk as a result of things happening.
I did not know that was there. Huh.
How about that?
I didn't either. So is that shipped as a custom alert action then that huh?
It's
How would you use that? Give me a reason that you would use that. Because it
um
goes into internal, right?
sure, but
No, I think you can specify where. I'm surely you can specify where it
yes,
goes.
yeah, you can. It's in
Okay.
the apparently we have an alerting manual. In the alerting manual, log events is one of the options, and you can specify the text, source type, host, and destination index. So I could think of a number of scenarios where you'd want to write information back to the index, maybe right after something happened, right?
Mhm.
Like let's say for example you were auditing someone's login, right? And maybe you wanted to write something to the Splunk index that says, "We saw your login," right? Or, maybe a transaction. You want to put information back in the index,
Mhm.
and then run searches against the events that you wrote back in there. I had a number of scenarios in the past where that would have been nice. And often what folks end up doing is like outputting stuff to look up and all of that, but being able to write in information back to the index is kind of cool.
And so I figured out how to find that easily, so that people can look at it in docs. You just type in Splunk log event action into the Googles.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
yeah,
first
use
place
Google.
there is log events, and it's okay. That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, and you could also, that would let you almost create your own notable events if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah, you can choose all the index time metadata that you would expect that you could.
Right.
So
But
the event
Yeah,
text,
so
source
the
type,
model
host,
alert
and index.
stuff we use inside of ITSI as well. And we use it now to handle the actions from notable events. So when you have an action on the right-hand side that you want to use, we're reusing all the custom alert actions. I'm really bad at using the marketing names for features, but
yeah, mod.
Why did you correct yourself? Is there a marketing person in the room right now?
no, it's just that when you go to the docs all have the marketing names for the features. So if you go searching for mod alerts, you're going to be lost.
This is true.
Right. Model alerts. That's right. And
But
there's
the
a couple
cool,
other
sexy,
things.
and internal name is mod
like it.
alert.
I think I'm going to use that more. I think I got some good ideas on how to use that, especially for demos. Yeah. And, just being able to write, think about it, being able to write random okay. So being able to write random messages back to the index that you then, let's say, have searches key off of that display them in single values. I mean, I could think of some really fun things like anytime Hal logs in, we write something to the index, and then there's a single value on the dashboard that says,
How many
Mr.
times?
Awesome is here. Although I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say something else. But, it's one of
If
those
you're looking at
things.
Splunk as the the record, the official record for things, then it makes a lot of sense to use the feature in that way.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, cool.
So one of the things for me to cover today, I'll interrupt for this.
Okay.
Because I want to
Take it.
I had said that when we restarted this that I wanted to highlight some search language features that I felt were a little underappreciated. And
the highlight command?
No, although I do like the highlight command. No, the feature that I was going to highlight is untable. And so untable, it was actually kind of funny because I was upstairs talking to several of our core engineering folks. Our Vishal Patel, if you know Vishal, he's on our architecture team, built a lot of the indexing engine, and Dave Simon, who runs our core architecture team. And I was showing them a data set, and I'm like, oh, here, quick, I need to untable that. And they're like, WTF, man, what's untable? I've never heard of untable. I'm like, oh, it's a Sorkinism. It's great. It is terribly named, and absolutely abysmally named. Like, what the hell is an untable? But it does actually do that. So let's say that you have a table that you have built, and it has a ton of columns, right? Let's say like 100 columns or 200 columns. And what I want to be able to do is reliably, let's say I want to do something like pipe time chart average value, but I don't know what the name of the field is going to be, right? The field is in some random column, right?
Right.
So what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to, let's say, search for a particular column name, and I only want to chart that value, right? So there's some random column name out there. Well, narrowing down to some particular column name, let's say that I want to be able to use some rules, or I want to be able to do some evals, or etc. So what untable does is it takes all those columns, and you can say untable underscore time, and then 2 field names like key and value, and it will preserve underscore time, and it will
demo
create
this?
a new event of key and value for every column.
Can you demo this right now?
I could.
You could screen.
Can
you should
you-
demo. This is a hard
You've got
one to.
whiteboard right behind you.
You can screencast right on this thing.
Technically.
Yeah, we can
Technically, he
screencast.
could.
Let's do this. Let's demo this thing.
Dude, demo that.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That actually would be helpful.
Do I have the ball now? Let's see.
ball
I think
now.
you can. You can do the screen sharing.
I do. Okay, I am presenting to everyone. So how do I share my screen then? Let's see.
Isn't there a toolbox over on the left?
Screen share. There we go. All right, let's share my desktop. Oh wow, look at that! How meta. All right.
All I see is console.
Hold on. Oh crap! I keep launching this damn browser. I don't want that browser. I want this
Flag
browser.
on the play. Too many tabs open.
That is meta right there.
This is a first. No, actually, it's all right. Like, the demo will work because it can always go to the internal index.
I can't, but I have a great data set for this.
Okay, he's got a great data set.
Hey guys, he's got a great data set.
His password has changed me, anyways.
It is.
He says,
Oh, I guess everybody can log into this because it is an AWS, but that's okay. This instance,
You're
is
supposed to
ephemeral. I don't
change
really
your
want to mess up.
passwords on public resources, guys.
whatever.
Let's say that I have
Okay.
something like StatsD, like a metric data set, right?
Okay, here we go. He's on
And
fire.
so StatsD has this JSON document where I have something like counters and gauges, right?
Oh,
So
my
you
goodness.
see how long these field names are, right? Let's say that I want to get to, for example, just like response time, right? All of the different response time fields, and I want to time chart those. Well, I could do something like time chart, average.
Yeah.
That works, right? But maybe I might want to do some other type of ETL on this. Like I want to extract out just this host name. I actually have some macros that do that for me. But first, let's look at untable. So what untable?
Did we lose his audio?
He muted himself.
Oh, I did.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
You're
that-
back.
Now you're
Oh,
back.
I'm back. Okay.
Yeah, it
It was
showed
just
up.
sudden, that's all.
So you see, I have all these columns, right?
Right.
What
And you-
untable does is the exact opposite. So I can say untable time. Let's do. For every one of those columns, I have an event that has the key name and the value name. So I can say something like search key equal to, let's say, R. Now I just have those events which have R time in them. And I can say, let's do a time chart, average value.
Expand one of those. Go back once or twice and expand one of those guys out.
One of these guys?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Key and value.
Okay.
Cool.
Neat.
Isn't that cool? That's a cool command, right?
It is cool.
Do you want to see what the alternative that I had built was?
Yes.
Oh, actually, it was like this crazy for each thing. Like, so I'll show you. Like, let's see if I still have it in my demo. Let's see, Splunk and macros.
Sublime
I pulled it
Text
out.
1 or 2?
I'd have to go. Oh, here it is. Like here was one of the original ones. Like where I went in and I basically said like, for each all these fields, eval, mv append. This was the original sort of search that I used before, with a nice little for each. And Martin Mueller, actually, if that's how you say his last name, was the one who pointed me towards the for each solution. So yeah, there you go, untable.
I like it. Oh, nice. It looks good.
How do I-
That's cool. You know what? I think more often, since you have your browser open,
yeah.
well, I mean, you could show off some of the stuff that we were talking about earlier from event
from
sampling. Yeah, events. We should have done that earlier, but like we just never thought of actually jamming into a demo. But
Yeah, so here we go, event
Yeah.
sampling, right? So like let's say that I have actually I don't even know if I have a dense result set. Let's say something like let's source type
So
let's see.
we should annotate, because I mean, eventually we want this to make it down to the audio podcast feed. What are we gonna do about those people?
I don't know.
We're gonna push them to the video.
I don't have enough data, I don't think, to really make this meaningful from a
Internal
But-
index should be enough. Should be a lot there.
maybe. Let's try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do them all.
And metrics, source equals star metrics or whatever.
But
Source-
it's neat how when you're playing with sampling, any average or any transformation at all, it gets less precise, and you can watch it.
yeah,
when
so
you're
here
view-
we go.
when
I
you're
mean,
viewing
we're
the
looking over
visualization.
all time. 66,000 events. Let's do something like, wow, that's slow. What I really want to do is I just want to see like a time chart. I want to do an average kbps by, let's say, maybe
Group.
SD.
Yeah.
No, well, that's fine.
That's horrible. Well, turn the viz on though.
At that error rate,
Oh, okay. I see what happened.
right? There we go. I mean, it's a really nice way to get values of get samples of values. It gives me, if I ran this whole search, I'd probably be off by, a few decimal points, a couple percent.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
you get to pick the ratio. You get to you're shown how many results are in the final set. So it
And
lets
then
you know
from a
what's going on.
visualization perspective, we have all of
visualizations.
these visualizations, and then I
Segue.
can go
So
find
many.
more
Right.
right here on
There we
SplunkTalk.
go.
Nice.
I don't actually know what any of these do, and I haven't tried any of them because I don't really like visualizations all that much, but I think for all you guys who do, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I think a pie chart is the only chart you should ever need.
You should put that on a shirt and send one to Sorkin.
Should.
Awesome.
All
Well, that was
right.
cool. I like that. We got a demo going in there and talked about a number of things from Untable to stuff happening in Splunk 6.4 to just complete random banter. And,
We had a couple of walk-ins.
and
Couple
really
walk-ins.
not much chat about Docker. So at least that's it's almost like we're trying to tail it off. It's like working our way out of talking about Docker every 10 freaking minutes.
That was easy.
Ooh, there we go. I like that.
We
Wait,
tried
Kit,
to get
you have him
Ethan
walk
in the
by?
room.
No, he didn't come.
Ah,
That's a blocker.
yeah,
Either-
that's a blocker podcast.
That's a blocker. No release for you.
We might as well wrap it up this week, episode 74. Thanks to everybody that's in the chat room. That is the end of the episode. On behalf of Clint Sharp, Hal Rottenberg, this is me, Michael Wild. Email Splunk, talk at splunk.com. Find us on Twitter and Facebook, and of course on the YouTube channel. Happy
Hit
Splunking.
subscribe to the
Hit
YouTube
subscribe and happy Splunking.
channel. Yes. Bye-bye.
So amazed. Such
amazed.
podcast.
Such a podcast. Such much.
You know what? If you're still listening to this, is it on? Man, like
Yeah.
you might listen to podcasts like from Leo Laporte and the crew, and as you may know, Clint was in studio with them when we did Twiet. It's a pretty sophisticated setup to actually have multiple people in different locations all streaming through audio. And I once had this all working where everything was going through, and I switched computers. But we'll see if we can't get that going, because it's kind of nice when everything works and all that. But hey, the fly by the seat of your pants demo thing works. So thanks a lot for that, Clint. So
Yeah, well, that's why they used to call me the demoer in chief, so I'm always ready to demo. Or
And
Godfrey's personal SE,
yeah, you're right. Oh, one more thing.
Nailed
Okay,
it.
for you. This is like podcast listeners can hop off. So I have a friend that's a photographer.
I could hit the stop button,
Well, I just want to be able to talk to Clint.
but I could still hit the stop.
But you can hit the
broadcasting
stop
button.
button. All right. See you,
All right,
everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Hasta la
Bye.
vista. Okay.